Loop. Okay, here we go.
People need to see what I see. They need to see.
These are the spiritual as much as physical voyages of the Co-Federation, Solar, Sun-Our-Starship, Planet Earth, restored to heaven on our every earth, as our spiritual, genealogical, local, global, universal voyager in shared her and his family community enterprise. Our new millennial year's mission to rediscover and re-understand, sustain, and explore our and all are in fact familiar.
Our family is filled with poets,
of the tree of love, life, and light,
artists,
throughout the
musicians,
solar system and universe,
healers,
to restore, renew,
Co-Secretary
and
General,
sustain our human life and new sustainable civilizations, all present but collectively and now, rebalanced and future, always balancing, to letting geopolitically evolve, become, and be space-time travelers whenever and where we have, interdimensional reality, all in part even before, if also never been before, in alternative space-time lines that are circles, which are of the universal EQ, IQ, and SQ continuum, balance, combinations of the ever-expanding circle which spirals and grows, budding and blooming in space-time. Love and live enlightened, ever young, loyal, and prosper all both in each and every one. Engage your heart, mind, soul, and body, for with all, both and each both and all, can, must, and marvelously and miraculously make it so.
In the thunder's blast, she merges, her eyes on fire, the mighty priestess. She's risen from the nativity of Calvary. She is risen from the fires of the earth. She's risen. She's risen.
We are risen.
She's risen. She's risen.
We are risen.
we all are risen.
महालक्ष्मी मृणप्रिया महारूपा महापूज्या महापातकनाशिनी महामाया महासत्त्वा महाशक्ति महारथी महाभूता महेश्वर्या महावीर्या महाबला महाबुद्धि महासिद्धि
महायोगीश्वरेश्वरी महातंत्र महामंत्र महायंत्र महासना महायागक्रमाराध्या ओम महाभैरवपूजिता महेश्वर महाकल्पक महातांडव साक्षिणी महाकामेश महिषी महात्रिपुर सुंदरी चतुष्षष्टि उपचाराढ्या चतुष्षष्टि कलामयी महाचतुष्षष्टि कोटि योगिनी गणसेविता
Celestial and right. No. No words. No words. God, I should have said the poet. So beautiful.
My family is filled with poetesses and poets, musicians, healers, artists.
They need to see what I see. They need to see.
And they can soon see, as I see, that only an egalitarian civilization is sustainable. Patriarchy is not. It is that simple. We have to face it. And then we'll have a marvelous, miraculous life as we do.
This day I call the heavens and the earths as witnesses intercessorily for and hopefully and prayerfully not against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessings and curses. Now choose love and life with light, so that you and your children may live. For I give you good doctrine, forsake ye not your our new millennial law.
Okay. I put a contrition. Maybe name sunflower for purity and blessing. This is Anna Marie, singing Christian, and I am Cherokee, Cheyenne, Alaska, and Algonquin, Dakota. And I am also a French, English, and German. To create IFC, that means we are all related. We embrace the new millennial golden rule as the law of all the natives of the sacred ground that is Mother Earth, and all the planets of all the universes.
Now, Patricia. Hi, darling. We're just getting out all over the world. Can you hear me? Your name's getting out all over the world, you and Anne-Marie. Yeah. And we're going to get some help for your name. Getting back to that situation. So I just wanted to let you know you can co-broadcast anytime you're ready. You and Anne-Marie can co-broadcast when you're ready. Is she there? Is your daughter there too? She's out and about. How you feeling, darling? this is Ma Patricia Sunflower saying greetings and gender parity to the world. Right?
Well, I hope your world is a lot better than mine has been going.
Well, you're going to make it better for everyone. That's why you've done such a great job. We all thank you, Ma Patricia and Anna Marie, both of you. You are the beginnings of White-capped buffalo have been in very difficult circumstances. We are very grateful to you. Okay? And say that again. Say that highs and hugs again.
Well, I hope their part of the world is better than what we got out here.
We're going to make it better everywhere.
Yeah.
That's the way. You are a deliverer of the New Millennial Golden Rule and your daughter, and that makes you really, really special people. The best that you could possibly ask for this planet.
You know, I don't
Okay, well, today was International Women's Day. It's a holiday that celebrates interesting story and history regarding this holiday. Some people think that it had to do with labor issues in the United States in a shirt factory in New England. Other people say it had to do with the people in the in Europe and in the developing socialist communist areas when they were beginning to deal with labor issues, and the women were beginning to understand that they had some unique issues and problems that needed to be addressed. And of course, there's huge organizations now that deal with some of these issues, like the International Labor Organization, which has offices in every country of the world and is particularly involved in Europe. And here we have the consciousness currency. You know, we have a page of consciousness currencies, and we've got hundreds of them, of women who have done important things. These women recognized that women as a group needed some holiday to celebrate them and to focus on their situations. So they picked a day, and it's celebrated on March 8th in most places. However, Women's Days are obviously more than one day, and we have, this is part of Women's History Month in official designations here in North America, but really women's history is every month, isn't it? And so is all people's history and history. So we have to develop a more ongoing support for women. And as you know, there's a huge website now called International Women's Day.com. It has some corporate sponsors. It isn't perfect, but it has a big section on gender parity, and it says Pledge for Parity, and it has all kinds of famous people, and it's asking famous people to pledge for parity. Now, this situation is out of control here in North America. We should have had parity by now. And there's a lot of reasons that we're lagging behind. Some of them have to do with me and my own family not knowing what our task was, that it really was our task to bring this. And however, when you're socialized in patriarchy, you don't think about this. And a lot of people yet are resisting the need to focus on this, even in my family community, even though I've been such a guiding light for them to understand it. So it's hard for people once they're adjusted to patriarchy to look at this. It's like a resistance that develops once they have adjusted to patriarchy. It's hard for them to look at themselves and recognize that they are gender prejudiced and that they are doing things toward women that they would not do toward men, negative, degrading things toward women. Or sometimes also with men, there's a pressure on men to hide their emotions and to hide their feelings and to not be able to talk about them in a family therapy session, with their mothers, with their sisters, with their wives, with their daughters. They're hiding their feelings. And oftentimes some men get into the habits of dividing women under patriarchy and keeping women divided. And once women have learned that habit, it's not very happy habits, the men and the women reinforce themselves in that habit, and the women stay divided in order to get along with the men, and the men think they want that the women want to be kept divided, and they play into that too, and it becomes a very sick kind of a tango that goes on in families and family communities. And that's why it's so important for people to talk about these issues in their families, in their communities, in their neighborhoods, in their workplaces. And of course, every home is a workplace too, because most of the work of the world is actually done in the home. And so today we have the genuine progress indicator to count the unpaid work of women, which is 2/3 of what they do. And 2/3 of the unpaid work in the world is done by women. Another third is done by men. All of that unpaid work is the most important labor in the world, including parenting, child care, community care, care for elder people who are in need, or other sick people who have illness for a moment in life and need to overcome it. All of these jobs have tended to be done by women. And there's exceptions to that. Men do some of it, but women do a lot of it. And the genuine progress indicator credits that kind of work, and it's so important. And yet only in my area, Maryland, is it a fully adopted practice of the state, of the jurisdiction. It's the only place in the world which is currently doing this, which is absurd. 25 states have investigated this, and we're moving toward it. 11 countries were moving toward it. Now we made it, by the New Millennial Golden Rule, the law of the world. So we think that Clara, and Clara, I should have to say, was the name of the sister of my grandmother, Ray, our great-grandmother, Ray. And Rose was the name of one of our grandmothers, and was also the name of one of our grandfather's sisters. And it's also one of Anne Marie and Ma Patricia's family's names, women. And we just spoke with them. This is something I want to talk about with them together about more a little bit today, and try to assist women who are under such pressure. The women in the North American culture are under terrible pressure. It really is unfair to them. And they keep not noticing that they are, and they don't want to talk about it with each other. It creates a very, very pressure cooker kind of situation for women and for people dealing with women. The children and their families and their men have to face that we have systemic discrimination against women. And the women are under enormous pressure to look good on the surface, and not deal with the underlying unfairness to them that's going on in this society. So we hope you celebrated this day, but we hope you celebrate women every day. And you know that that's the purpose of our broadcasts. And we also want to celebrate our youth, females and males, age 37 and younger, particularly right now, all of these people as Co-Secretary Generals, Co-Saviorahs, and to make it the way of the world. So we were glad that we had Ma Patricia to join us for the broadcast. It sounds like we need to give them a lot more support, and very often people who are on the cutting edge of doing something important do find themselves with a social complexity around that. It's hard for people to sustain that unless they have a very good support system, and the people around them understand what they're trying to do. And we need to do some work on behalf of all of the people, the women who are doing that. So we're going to do that.